Okay, I went and bring this two file. I will give you this link for this two file. This one is actually format, and I'm gonna extract it here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and extract this one here as well. This one is to format the Fat32, and this one is to burn the SD card. So I want to go ahead and move both of them, put it somewhere, because right now those coming from my I transferred from another computer to here. So I need to copy this, cut, and I'll put it on my 5 GB download folder and paste it here. Might as well go ahead and transfer the zip file as well, so I could go ahead and give you those files. Hold the control button to get both of them highlighted, and then cut. And I'll put it over here. Download and paste it. Okay. So once you download it, it will create this two files. So first thing you want to do is you don't want to point to the drive that you're going to format, which is my drive is the I drive. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the regular format, the SD card format, and run the program. And it's going to install the program for you. And this is a good SD card format software. Okay, so I'm going to click next and accept, next, and then install this program. So this will format pretty much any SD card that you have, and I believe it also format your hard drive as well. But this one do not format to Fat32, so you will have to use the second program, which I'm about to give you. At the bottom, well, let's go out. This one, it's called GUI format X36. Your PC need to restart to finish this device. No, I don't want to restart. Okay, so you're gonna say yes, and now it's installing the software. So you say, do you want to launch this program? Yes. So this is what it looks like when you are formatting it. So you're just gonna select quick format. Make sure that this one does say 119, because this is a 128 GB, but it never give you a 228 GB. It only give you 119. So this is the I drive, so this is correct. So you want to go ahead and format it. Yes. Now this one, if you have a file browser open and you point to the SD card, it still will format, but the other one is more pickier. So it's format successful. Now this is not format, it's format into it's not formatting as a Fat32. So you want to run, here's the SD card software now. So I want to do is format it to go back to my file browser. I want to open the GUI format, and I'm going to use the GUI 64 gig because it's a 64-bit machine, and it's still pointing to iDrive. See, it was formatted as an exFAT, and I want to format to a Fat32. Okay, on top. So I'm going to go ahead now. This one is very picky. You cannot have the drive point to the iDrive while it's formatting. Otherwise, it will fail. Okay, just FYI, just let you know ahead of time. Alright, so when it's done, it's only gonna say it's done down here. It doesn't tell you anything else. See right here, install sector fat is done. Okay, so you just click close and you're done. Alright, so if I want to create a shortcut, I just drag it here and say create a shortcut. You don't want to physically pull the whole file program into your desktop because that will slow down your machine. So you always want everything shortcut. Okay, now we're ready to go back and do Win32 to burn the image. So we're going to say yes, open up the program, and we do not want to point to F drive because that's my hard drive. So I want to point to I drive. Okay, now you want to make sure again that this I drive that you're pointing to is actually your I drive, not your so I'm going to go to my computer and check to make sure my I drive say USB. Okay, it's 119 gigabyte, which is see, this is terabyte. This is a one time I accidentally choose the wrong one, and once you click burn image, your data is lost. So be careful, be very careful. Double check it, triple check it, make sure that you are pointing to the right drive. Otherwise, if you point to the wrong drive, like I did, your data is gone. Okay, so now you're gonna go to the one that I just download, which is I put a folder called Raspberry Pi, and this is all my download. So motion blue 11 gigabyte. Click on the image, click open, and now I'm ready to burn. So what I was saying before is if you have a SD card, everything is configured and everything's running good, and you don't want to lose the image, like the file get corrupted, you want to keep a copy of the image, and you want to do read from the image. Okay, right now this is a blank image, so you're not going to click read, we're going to click write, because we are writing this image into the SD card, the micro SD card. But after you want to say yes, confirm. So like for what I was saying is, after you configure this 128 gigabyte, you put the ROM in there, everything is good, you like the way it is, it's running very smooth, you got all the setups done, you got your network setup done, and you like it, you want to keep it. So it's good to make a backup copy. So to do a backup copy, what you do is you put in the SD card back into your computer, then you tell it where you want to save the file to your C drive, to your hard drive, to your external hard drive. Then you give it a physical name, like, you know, say, oh, I want to name it Johnny, blah blah blah. So you give a name how you want to name it. So this one is actually called Motion Blue by David Martin because it's created by him. You could name it anything you want, or by Johnny, blah 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 dot image, and then you click read. It will read the SD card into your computer and make a backup copy. So anytime if a SD card go bad, you could burn the image back into your brand new SD card. Or you, for example, you run out of space and you say, you know what, 128 gig is not big enough. I want to put more game in it and I don't have space. So you could burn your existing image into a hard drive, then buy a 256 gigabyte, then transfer the image back into a bigger hard drive space, not hard drive but SD card. And once you do that, then you have to run a command to expand the size in your SD card so it make it bigger, so it will utilize all the disk space of the SD card. Because if you burn a 128 to a 256, it only going to see 128. Then you lost the other 128. You're like, well, I can't use the other 128. What do I do? So yeah, you go to the Raspberry. You go to the console and expand the. I'll go over that on the other video after you burn the image. So we will go over that next. So this video is stop here. This is how you burn the image, and I will have all the description where you get the Win32, where you get the format SD card, and the format Fat32, and I'll give you the link for all three. And you actually I actually show you how I install this, and this, so you should know how to do it now, and then how to burn it and where to download. And I also give you a link to the TB, this one QB tutorial. Oh, sorry, you can't see it. I'll also give you this one, the Qbit tutorial, torrents, QBIT tutorials, and I'll give you this one too. And so that way you could download the link from Arcade Punk, and I'll give you the link to the Arcade Punk and also the 3 people that I recommend download the image from. That's Virtualman and Wolfstand, and then anything related to motion blue or virtual hyperspin. Those are good images to have, so that's what I recommend. And that's pretty much it. This is how you actually burn the image. Now I already have a lot of video out there that show you how to build a physical arcade, how to cut a wood so you could put a trackball. I also talk about how to add a screen onto the arcade one-up. I also talk about what you do after you burn it, what some of the stuff you need to do to burn the image. After you burn the image, what you need to do to upgrade your Raspberry Pi image, and how to set up the network and all that stuff, and how to change the date. So all those will be in my YouTube video, so you need to check those out if you haven't. But this is the part that I never shared this with anybody, because this is the part that I know how to do, and I didn't really think twice about it. I thought there's a lot of video out there talk about this, so that's why I didn't do it. I figured, well, there's a lot of video out there, just go to YouTube and search for it. But I will provide you all the link of all those 1, 2, 3, 4 software